So I used to have like issues with my mom. And so I took it to stage and everybody laughed. And I wanted to get off stage and punch everybody in the face. I love my mama. What y'all laughing at my mama for? And I was like, yeah, you ain't deal with this the right way. You didn't. Yeah, this isn't therapy. That's not the way. Yeah, for me, this isn't. This ain't the way I get it off. I need to go heal from it so I can laugh at it, and then I can bring it to people. Now, I can't speak for everybody else, but that for me, that's my process.
Yeah.
I learned that if it's something that's hurting me still, there's no reason to take it to stage and have everybody laughing, because the laughter may hurt me.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and please like and share and leave us a comment.
Our guest is one of the most respected voices in stand-up comedy right now, and he's just getting started. Originally from the 704, Ryan Davis is a trailblazing comedian whose sharp perspective and signature humor have made him a powerhouse on both stage and screen. A true pioneer in digital comedy, Ryan first broke through with viral videos that have since racked up more than 500 million minutes viewed across social media platforms. His talents go beyond the internet. Ryan has appeared in hit shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm, Insecure, and All Deaf Comedy on HBO, as well as Black Comedy in America on Vice TV, earning fans not just for his comedy, but for his authenticity and insight. But where he truly shines is on the stage in his first comedy special, Underrated, currently airing on Patreon. Whether in a packed theater or intimate club, Ryan delivers bold, unforgettable stand-up that keeps audiences coming back for more.
Welcome to the inaugural season of Making Black History Today. I'm your co-host, Liz.
I'm your co-host, Porter, and we are so excited to have a special guest in the studio today, Ryan Davis. Welcome, Ryan.
Hey,
Man,
Ryan.
hey, thank y'all for having me.
Hey, baby.
That's an intro, man. I said, no, man, I can't help but smile. I was like, man.
All we need is some theme music.
Yo, I was like, man, I've really been doing my thing,
You
man.
have been doing it. You have been doing it.
We're so proud of you.
Oh.
All right, so what was it like growing up as Ryan?
Growing up as Ryan was that was interesting. I grew up in the middle of 7 kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Low income housing. But family was close. Like across the street. My grandmother was across the street.
That's close.
Yeah. So I always had family. Always didn't know that we were poor. I didn't know that. Because I had everything I needed.
Right.
2-parent household. Me and my siblings are really close. My parents loved comedy. Def Comedy Jam, watched that in the house. I remember when Chris Rock's special came out, his very first one, Bring the Pain. Saw it the day it came out on HBO. Our parents was like, had all the kids sitting in the living room together. We did a lot of stuff together too, and I think that's why that's really important to me.
Yeah,
togetherness and family. I even eat family style still at restaurants. Like I order for the table and everybody digs in. I don't know. I think the way I grew up kind of sculpted the way I am as an adult for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Went to school, graduated. Wanted to pursue. I wanted to be a sports journalist, actually. So I was going to school for a communications degree with a minor in journalism.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Really into sports. But then I started to see that they would give ex-athletes all the jobs. And they started giving ex-athletes who couldn't put together a coherent sentence the job. And I was like, man, I don't know if I can beat these guys out for the job. Because if you don't even have to be able to speak, to articulate to get the job, then what am I? Why am I in communications when I'm losing the job to people who can't communicate?
You don't have to communicate to be in communication.
Yeah. So it was disheartening, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. And coming from where I come from, for most people, if you get married, have a job that keeps a roof over your head, and have children, you have done it. Their dreams is not a thing. You know what I mean? Aspirations in a certain way is not a thing. So for a long time, I had to keep a lot of that to myself because people will think you're crazy. It's like,
dare to dream.
Yeah, you dare to dream because they can't see it. If you've never seen it before, there's no way to imagine it. You know what I mean? They had seen people go to the NFL, like Natron Means and stuff like that, but they had never seen someone make it in entertainment.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and so you're gonna be on TV? Like there's no like I didn't have time to hear that 500 times. So for me, it was just like putting my head down and like getting to it in silence and being focused. And then when people started to see it happening, I think one of the greatest things I've done in my career is make something like that possible in the minds of people where I come from.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Dare to dream.
Yeah.
When you were in elementary, middle school, high school, were you like the person that made people laugh in class?
No. My parents were strict.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you didn't get kicked out of class?
Man, what?
No paddlings and none
Nah, cause my parents did not play. Okay. Man, if the teacher calls my parents at work, it's the worst day. Like you don't even want to go home. Right. The bell ring, time to go home. I ain't going home, fam.
Your stomach all nervous.
Like I ain't going home. Right. Y'all set me up. Why would you? Yeah. So I was actually like my friends knew I was funny. If you made the mistake of trying to like pick on me, then you found out how funny I was. That didn't ever last long. Like I ain't never have no bullies or nothing like that, or somebody who consistently made fun of me or anything like that. Cause you learn after you learn after the first. You're like, oh, yeah, he's not who I thought he was.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Yeah. So, that part of it was, school for me. One of the hardest things for me in school is that school was too easy. So I found myself being bored all the time in school.
Join the crowd.
Yeah, and because of that, and they don't do anything, honestly, for kids, especially like black kids who excel in that way. They'll be like, oh, this kid is smart. We'll just make them do older kids' work. Instead of going, let's figure out something that keeps them stimulated.
A different path.
Yeah.
That was the standard.
Yeah. It's like, no, I don't need more work because I'm just going to learn that and speed through that too. Yeah. I need to be stimulated.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they should have got us in the arts and sciences and stuff like that. They don't do that though. They'll just like, we'll give you harder math. And that doesn't do it for me. And then I got to a point where I think making good grades didn't get me the attention. I was attention starved as a middle child. And it seemed like my parents only gave me attention if I brought home an F. So
you brought home a few F's.
Let's do it. Let's do it. At least they can see me. And it wasn't, it's a lot of kids in the house and my parents work full time or whatever. Yeah. I didn't know that's why I was doing it. I had to get older and, through therapy. And I was like, school's so easy. Why am I making that? Because I just wanted a reason for somebody to
look at you.
to look at me. Yeah. And then I would just score really high on my like test scores and everything, aptitudes, and so they couldn't hold me back.
Right.
And like in the grade testing, I would always score in the top 5%. So it wasn't until like I was in 6th grade, and then they were like, "All right, we're about to start separating the kids mathematically," and we took this test to see who was going to take like high school algebra in 6th grade so they can go separate it. I made the highest grade, and they were like, "No, we can't have you take the class because you're failing math." And I was like, "Listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said. I'm failing the class, but I made the highest grade. I'm not supposed to be
in
here.
that class.
I'm not supposed to be here." And their rules, it was like, for them, they were trying to teach us to listen to them. Just do what you do, conform. Yeah. And I like, now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, you were trying to turn me into like a soldier.
That's the school system. Design.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't really care about me.
It's not designed for the individual.
Yeah. Right. I'm like, I can't excel in this space. You got me here. Like the teacher write down a math problem. I used to get in trouble for not showing my work. But if I can look at the problem and tell you what the answer is, why I got to do all that writing? Yeah. Is it right? It's right? Yeah. And I could never wrap my mind around that as a child.
And there's more than one way to get to an answer.
Yeah.
And the system teaches, and I taught, full disclosure, the methodologies of getting to an answer is not locked into one specific way. And I think a lot of kids were geniuses and had to put themselves into conformity, which ruined them.
Yeah. Listen, I refused. Yeah. And they did not like me.
Yeah.
I wasn't loved by I've never been a teacher's pet. They did not like me at all. And I would ask them questions like, let's say I am showing my work. If I get to a certain part of the problem and I know the answer, why would I keep writing? Yeah. What do I get out of continue? And the teacher's response would be, so we can make sure that you know how to do it. Formula. The answer's right.
Yeah.
That's the clearest sign that I know how to do this.
And that's also the sign that you're dealing with someone whose probabilities of genius status are in full play.
Yeah.
I always wondered what I would be if it was cultivated.
Yeah.
I don't have any because I love my life. So I'm not I don't have regrets. I just wonder how many children don't find the thing that they love later.
Yeah.
I was lucky.
Because they got locked into the mindset of what they were taught.
Into formation.
Yeah.
Hey. Formation. That's it. Yeah.
It is. It's a scary thing. And I think about that with my children. And I try not to, I try not to let that, because that's traumatic for me. I don't want to if my children excel in that environment, to not be so afraid of that environment because it didn't work for me, that I started trying to push them in the direction I felt like I should have been pushed in, because that's also not treating them like an individual.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how did you go from majoring in communications to, you say you knew that you were funny as a kid, but you didn't really do it unless somebody messed with you. How did you decide to get into comedy? What got you on that first stage?
Oh, man. The first stage. So I had went to a comedy show. Shout out to Jonathan and Kendall Hicks. They took me to a comedy competition. It was being hosted by this comedian named Burpee out in Charlotte at the Comedy Zone. And we was watching it, and after the show, my boy John was like, "You funnier than all of them." I was like, maybe, but that's different. Yeah. Me being funny, I always understood that stand-up was a completely different thing than just, it takes more than being funny to do that. First, the bravery that it even takes and the vulnerability of standing up there by yourself with everybody staring at you with this expectation of you better be funny.
Mm-hmm.
As an introvert, that didn't sound fun to me at all. That didn't sound like anything I wanted to be a part of. And then one day, I was just like, man, why not, man? I saw Kevin Hart's Let Me Explain in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And he had sold out Madison Square Garden, and he's like just crying at the end because he's one of the only comedians in the history of the world to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it multiple nights.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I saw in real time what it looked like for somebody to dream something and get to the end of it, you know,
Yeah.
to accomplish it.
That's good.
And that's what resonated with me more than anything was I was like, man, I don't think I was ever allowed to dream. I don't think I was ever allowed to lean into the thing that I was good at or that I loved or that I wanted to do. I got on stage 3 days later. Yeah, I signed up and got on stage 3 days later.
Okay.
I went on Facebook, told people I was going to do it, and then more than 50 people showed up. Yeah, cousins,
Wow.
friends,
Yeah.
people, and I was like, "What is happening?" I just knew I was going to be down there by myself
Yeah.
and everything, and that's when I was like, "Well, maybe I was funny at times because that many people that show up to support and see me do, and it went well.
Right.
It went well, and I was bitten by the bug immediately.
Yeah.
That first laugh, I was like, man, I knew I could do this. Yeah, and the funny part is like, so my the way my brain works is I like puzzles.
Okay.
So that's what I see a lot of comedians get into it for different reasons. Attention has never been my thing. I think a lot of people think that with people in entertainment. They think you want attention. I want to be able to do comedy and then go outside and don't nobody say nothing to me.
That is not real.
It's not real. That's what I'm saying. I think people be like, hey, you want the glitz and the glamour. I was like, I really don't. I really just be trying to hide all the time. Because for me, it's the puzzle. Me, I want to take something that people, maybe that people think that I shouldn't talk about, or things that are considered taboo, or a point of view that people think isn't funny. And I want to take that and shape it in a way that everybody can laugh at, even people who believe two completely different things.
Yeah.
To bring them together to laugh at this one point, and then I stand there like, I did it, mission accomplished. And then and I cut that off.
I'm going back to my corner now.
Yeah, and I'm going back to my corner now. I don't really like the laughter from everybody laughing. It probably took me 10 years to actually enjoy and be in the moment of laughter, because that's not how I was doing comedy. Now I find myself laughing on stage with the audience, you know, because I'm like, and I'm laughing at myself, and I'm like, all right, this is funny. I just started having fun.
Turning the page, I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask you, Ryan, about, and one that sticks out with the narrative that you've given us. I want to just ask you, what about the issue of comedic crucifixion? That's what I'm calling it, because I wrote it here. Freedom of speech, and where do you draw the line with comedy? And I'm referencing here Dave Chappelle. And, you know, he's just raw with a lot of stuff that he does. And when we talk about that line, that imaginary line that's there, we all know it's there. What are your thoughts about comedians when they're doing their comedy and things go from a political point that kind of goes overboard? How do you see that?
So, man. Here it goes.
Here we go.
Here it goes being Ryan. That's all. I'm more bothered right now with the idea that y'all are about to see how I am for real. The overthinker.
No regrets.
The overthinker. So, I've found with every issue,
Mhm.
there's always two extremes, and most people aren't in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So when it comes to free speech, the people who don't like free speech all the way on it are the people who are completely sensitive and want things there. They can't imagine a world that doesn't operate the way they want it to. So they have a hard time living in discomfort. If you say anything that makes them uncomfortable, then you're bad. Other than because they're not responsible enough to deal with the fact that sometimes life is uncomfortable and you have to work your way through your discomfort. This complete stranger that's talking about something is not talking about something that's in you. They don't know you.
Right.
But then there are these comedians who think free speech means I should be able to say whatever I want to without consequence. That is not what free speech is. We are all still human beings. You have a responsibility, right? And you are to be held accountable for what it is that you talk about. Because some of them will say something and it'll offend everybody. And they're like, oh, it's not. If it offends everybody,
Not comedy.
it's not. You're not. That's not comedy. So the way that I attack any subject, because I love talking about taboo things or a subject, the audience should be the group of people you're talking about. If your intent is to make everybody laugh at them, then what you're doing isn't comedy. What you're doing is making fun of somebody. You're picking on somebody. But if the group of people in majority laugh that you're talking about, laugh at the joke, then you're doing it right. That's what that's what it is. And I don't think too many people believe that because understand that because they get into comedy for the attention. If enough people laugh, I did a good job. They're not thinking about who's laughing. And who's laughing is important. Who's laughing? If a white male comedian is in a room full of white people and he says a joke about black people that no black people will laugh at, but all the people in the room, white people in the room, are crying laughing, you might have said something racist. You might have said something racist.
So comedy can hurt.
Comedy definitely can hurt. Just because something is funny to you doesn't mean that it's a good joke. It could be that because humans are complex people, complex beings. You can laugh at something terrible.
Yeah.
We laugh at people getting hurt. Somebody can fall off of something and we just start laughing. But laughter, that's what I'm saying. Laughter is so, I think people look at laughter as something so primitive because it's just something all of us do.
Right.
But when you're creating laughter in people, that's when the complexities come in, because you got to understand what it is that you're doing to elicit the laughter. I hate the idea that just because my intent is to make people laugh, that it isn't ill-intentioned. It can definitely be ill-intentioned.
Yeah.
And I never want to tell jokes that the people who are the subject of my jokes. Now, if you're an individual, like if I make a joke about P. Diddy and he don't laugh, I don't care. You know what I mean? The character of the individual, I don't care. Yeah. But if it's a group of people,
you don't want to offend everybody.
I don't want to offend the group. If it's a group of people that I feel like is an immoral group of people, I don't care. Okay. But in general, like just a general consensus of a group of people, no. If they are telling you that ain't it, for you not to listen to them says more about you than anything else. Especially if you're not a part of that group.
Yeah.
That says more about you than anything to me.
Have you ever had a joke or a topic that you were scared to tackle and then you did it anyway?
All the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of half of my premises. One that was funny. I was in San Antonio.
The smile, look at it.
Yeah, because I love this, because it's a puzzle. I'm thinking about the time that I tried my puzzle and it failed. So I had this idea. I was like, I'm gonna come up with this joke about, and I'm gonna get women to laugh at why men should be able to cheat
Mm.
and why
Okay.
cheating should be acceptable. When I tell you it died a horrible death,
Yeah.
I saw the women in the front row go from laughing to like, nah, we ready for him to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ready for him to get up out of here. You can go.
You can go ahead and go.
I thought you were funny.
Yeah.
And then eventually
Yeah.
I made that joke work and make it get one of my biggest laughs of the
Yeah.
night. And for me, that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
the fun part for me.
Yeah.
It's just
Working through the puzzle.
yeah, and it's understanding. Like they're like a lot of comedians go, "Oh, they didn't get it." No, I was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I was doing. If all of them in the audience is like,
Yeah.
"Nah, that
Get my
ain't
purse,
it."
get my keys.
Yeah,
Really.
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
It's not that the subject isn't funny. I'm not delivering.
Yeah.
They're
So
not
it's a rhythm.
sensitive.
So
Yeah.
it's a rhythm to what
Oh,
you
it's
do.
definitely a
And
rhythm.
It's a science.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Very much so.
high level intelligence it takes to do that. When we go into your comedic expression, there are influences
Mm-hmm.
inside, outside, all around, all the time. Who are your top influences with your brand of comedy?
Oh man, that's Patrice O'Neal, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr.
He is funny.
Those
Why did I know that you were gonna say
Bill
that?
Burr, yeah.
Bill Burr is
Shout out to Bill Burr.
phenomenal.
Fun.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just so. And the thing is, I love seeing Bill Burr right now, because you can
Yeah.
tell he's been through therapy. He's a dad now.
Yeah.
So he kind of, before he was a comedian that really just talked about the things that annoy him, but he had some philosophical stuff.
Mhm.
But you can tell he's just, a lot of the stuff he talks about, what irritates him is he looks at people sometimes who aren't good people and be like, why is it so difficult for you to be a good person? Because we always are evolving.
Mhm.
I was scared to go to therapy.
Yeah.
I thought it would take my funny away.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't think about how it would broaden my perspective.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
One of the biggest tools in comedy is empathy.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that too. Like, it made me less cold.
So you can look through the lens of comedy, but you can also empathize with people's plights,
Yes.
and it's a delicate process when you intertwine those perspectives in order to gear them to the outcome that you want, which is a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
For people to see you as the genius
Yeah.
in comedy. Your style of comedic expression, what is it?
My style is, I do a lot of misdirection. I love for people to think they know what I'm going to say or where I'm going to go, and then take a hard left turn. Because I've learned over time that people who watch comedy, a good bit of comedy,
Mhm.
they start priding themselves on seeing a joke coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or they because a lot of the laugh is in the surprise.
That's right.
So if I can surprise you, I realize I can get you to laugh even harder than just something that you relate to. People are going to laugh at something relatable, but they really laugh at something they didn't see coming.
Yeah.
And so my style lends itself to punchlines that you don't see coming, but I also want people to leave with a perspective, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh, I didn't think of that way either. And if I feel like I'm not doing that, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
There's many different ways to do comedy, and that particular way, I feel like I'm doing my audience a disservice if I don't lean in that direction. I could be sillier,
Mhm.
but I don't. And I'll find moments to do that because I think being silly is a good thing. We all should, let loose and not be like super uptight.
Right.
my biggest problem, I think, in the beginning is I wanted to be cool. And why are you trying to be a cool clown? Just, just, you know what I mean? It's not meant for that. We're supposed to be having a good time.
Mhm.
So that's why I said earlier, I'm just now starting to have fun doing it. So I'm learning how to have fun as well and still do, because I used to think you couldn't do both.
Mhm.
When really you can do it all. You can
Yeah.
do everything that you want to do within the space of your creativity.
I love that.
And that's why I say, like, just as human beings, we're always growing.
Yeah.
Whatever we thought was impossible today, it could be weeks from now. We'd be like, I can't believe I thought that was impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was done.
And it's done. Yeah.
So you talked about therapy. Comedy can be therapeutic, but it can also be draining.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you protect your peace? What do you do to stay balanced?
So I don't think any comic should talk about something they're not ready to address that they wouldn't address in therapy.
Mm.
So I used to have like issues with my mom. And so I took it to stage and everybody laughed. And I wanted to get off stage and punch everybody in the face. I love my mama. What y'all laughing at my mama for?
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, you ain't deal with this the right way. You didn't. Yeah, this isn't therapy. That's not the way. Yeah, for me, this isn't. Nah, this ain't the way I get it off. I need to go heal from it so I can laugh at it, and then I can bring it to people. Now, I can't speak for everybody else, but that for me, that's my process.
Yeah.
I learned that if it's something that's hurting me still, there's no reason to take it to stage and have everybody laughing, because the laughter may hurt me. Yeah.
Not just you.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts the people who were involved. Yeah. So
the people.
yeah, I learned that though. That's yeah. So when people say comedy is therapy, I get that. I get that. Like my guy Ali Sadiq, man, he told the story about his baby sister passing. On stage, he's like crying profusely, and then after that, turns around and makes the entire crowd laugh. And for me, in that moment, it's like it shows everybody that, man, you can feel really deeply about something, but then life goes on and you can still find levity in what's left of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like even if he doesn't say that message resonated with me just in that moment. And maybe he needed to talk to us about that in that moment, so yeah, it's just how that's what I'm saying, is how each individual goes about doing it.
Yeah. Well, how do you balance life with your career, your family, mom, your children? How do you balance?
I don't let people in.
Do you talk about that in therapy, not letting people in? Because you got to let somebody in.
Oh, I got a core group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I learned to not let people. Some people, the whole misery loves company thing.
Yeah.
Some people want to hear your pain so they can feel better about their life. They don't want the idea of your life is going great. That's the whole thing when celebrity gossip and celebrity are going through something. He's like, look, I knew life was messed up too. Yeah. And they feel good. It makes them feel better about themselves. Like, I don't want you to get a dopamine hit from from being like, my life's not perfect. I'll tell you straight up, it ain't never been perfect.
Well, life is
life be life.
Yeah.
Porter always says life is life and all the time. So you just, but your style, your brand of comedic expression allows for people to have or see you through those lenses of things that have happened to you, these personal things, your opinions about things that are happening in the world, that's shaping the world we're living in today. And it allows people also to, I believe, have a moment where they don't have to really be pressed on anything. They can sit back and see somebody helping them to shine inside, because it's a lot of pressure out here right now, and people are just doing the best they can.
They are.
Yeah.
And people want answers a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I learned that I have to give people grace because a lot of people don't want to think, they want to be led.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times with my comedy, my whole point is to be like, this is something interesting to think about. And they go, what are you trying to say?
Figure it out.
I'm trying to say this is something interesting to think about. And they'll be like, yeah,
Right
what
here.
does that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you should take this and you should
think.
sit with it and think about it. And they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They're like, no, give me the answer.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I don't know that. I don't even know you. I don't know how this is going to affect you or anything. I just thought this was interesting. And I learned to lean into the people who really appreciate that. But a lot of people in this world are really just looking for answers, and they're not. So the puzzle brain that I have, where I'm like, you give me like, this is something to think about. Put this together. That's fun for me. And I realize that's traumatic for a lot of people. So when I do that, I get attacked a lot. You know, and I think one of the things I've learned is just having grace for people. To realize that their attacks ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm hitting on something that didn't have, it's just, that's what I've been trying to stay true to now.
Let's talk about dopamine hits and viral videos. So your career actually started with you posting videos. Is that right?
That's when it got lit. Yeah.
So tell us about how it got lit and that transformation from going to videos to doing stand-up to now being this famous comedian.
Yeah, listen, the funny part is the whole going viral thing scared me to death. I was like, what does this mean? Some people go, I went viral. I want, it's like a dopamine hit. I got to do it again. I ain't make another video for a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, what, do they have expectations of me? Do they want me to do they want me to talk about the same thing? Why are millions of people tuning into I was terrified. I was like, what does this mean? I don't get the same dopamine hits as other people because I just don't love attention. I'm like, I look in the comments like, did they get it? Did they understand it? And then I realize people don't, and I get sad. So
well, I'm gonna say something to you that I say to her all the time. I call her less than 1%. So we talk about personality types and people. Less than 1%, less than 1%. Most people ain't gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. But they like you.
Yeah, I be so sad. I don't get I be like, oh, I did all that for nothing. They don't even get.
Somebody got it.
No, but plenty of people do.
Yeah.
But I don't think people realize how many people are here. Yeah. So whenever you go, so if let's say if 4 million people were like, this is hilarious. And the rest of the population was like, that was trash. Congratulations. That's 1% of just this country. That said they get it. And you hear the other 99% going, you're terrible. That didn't make sense. I was like, and, this is the funny part. I know when I'm in spaces with people smarter than me. And I get excited.
Yeah.
Because this is an opportunity to learn. It's always an opportunity, but a lot of people really get offended by learning.
Because they want to be in that space of conformity that we talked about earlier. Most people are very comfortable living in that space.
Man, do you know how happy I be when somebody correct me? I was like, I've been out here saying it wrong all this time. Thank you so much. I can't even imagine how many times somebody heard me say something wrong and was like, oh, this dude is stupid.
Yeah.
I was out here stupid. And didn't try to help me.
Baby. Help you, baby.
Look, one of the kindest things you can do for somebody is correct them.
Yeah.
If you care enough.
Yeah.
Don't let me live in my ignorance.
Yeah.
For an extended period of time. Have
Hold
you
on
ever
one
taken
second before you go there,
Okay,
because we
sure.
didn't get from the viral video to the stage.
Okay, viral video. So
Okay, yeah.
I went viral, and then I remember Patrice O'Neal had said, and I did stand up first before I went viral.
Okay.
And then Patrice O'Neal had said, if you can get 100,000 real fans, you'll work the rest of your life. So after that, I was like, okay, the goal is to get 100,000 real fans. Now at the time it was like 100,000 followers. I get 100,000 followers, that's 100,000 fans. Now I know 100,000 followers is nowhere near 100,000 fans. You might get 100,000 followers and 300 fans.
Yeah.
So that's more the proportion. Some people's proportions are better than that. Some people like their followers are really locked in with them because they create a space where that connection, it just all depends on the connection. People support something they really feel connected to in some way. And because I'm reclusive, I do not like providing a connection. So that is that is the downside. So I try to create a community of smart people. I found that's the best way for me. So a lot of people who are fans of mine, they'll be like, you know what? They enjoy me. They enjoy the way I think. They enjoy the way I put things together. And so I don't go toward popularity, which me and viral and virality is all about popularity. It's all about casting a wide net, so you can get as many people and hopefully hold on to as many as you can. So that was a fight that I struggled with for a long time, because it's like, casting a wide net does get you more of your people, but it gets you even more of the people you don't even like for real, who's not really going to like what it is that you do. So I would tell everybody, if you're going to try to do the viral route, go for virality, but then make sure that most of your stuff is true to who you are. So you can keep your audience. You can grab a bunch of people, and then when they watch the other stuff, they go, I don't really like this, I'm gonna leave. And be like, thank you. Bye. My tribe is the only people that I'm trying to keep here. And then for stage is what I always wanted to do. I always loved the stage after the first time doing it. And so my social media content, I only did it to get people to come see me do stand-up. To this day, I still only do it for people to come see me do stand-up. I have no desire to make social media content. Every video people see of me, it is for you. I did it with you in mind. It is my gift to you guys. And then hopefully in return for the gift, you guys feel like it is worth it for you to support me. That's our exchange. I give you free stuff. Hopefully you'll want to pay for the thing that I really do. Yeah. So, that's the relationship.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I totally get that. 3 introverts at the table who don't like doing social media, but do it for people.
But
Mm-hmm.
So when we look back in history, just in brief, and we don't have to go in depth with this, when I looked at the content of Burt Williams, Timmy Rogers, Moms Mabley, this old group of standard bearers, their highest achievement for them was being able to be acclaimed in white industry. Is that standard still a truth today that comedians such as yourself seek to be acclaimed in?
I think no. It depends on where you are in the world, right?
Okay.
If I'm in Africa, I don't need one white fan. You know what I mean? I got billions of potential fans that only care what it is. And if I'm like, this idea that you are legendary because 1 million white people like you versus 1 billion black people like you is ridiculous.
Let's talk about then the business of that side.
Mm-hmm.
If we say industry, let's specify. We're talking about corporations,
Yes.
corporate dollars,
And that's what it is, right?
Okay.
Right. It's just because you're more marketable to and palatable to a certain group of people doesn't mean that you're better.
Mhm.
It's just commerce. It's just capitalism,
Mhm.
right? Just because this person works better for a McDonald's commercial doesn't mean that they're better than the person that they won't attach the McDonald's commercial to. In comedy, it's about what it is you can do as a comedian. So I don't even use success as a large barometer whenever I put up my top 20. Patrice O'Neal never made it to great success, and he in my top 5, and I'll never let. Bill Burr was in my top 5 before he became Bill Burr.
Bill Burr today.
Bill Burr today. Now he can sell out arenas and baseball stadiums and stuff,
Right.
but he was already that to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're fortunate enough for the best of the best for the world to catch on.
Mhm.
But I think that's more of a rarity than it is the standard.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The best of the best, the cream rises to the top sometimes.
That's a fact.
Sometimes it is not the norm. There's a lot of people pushing stuff to the top. It ain't cream. That's because it's going to make you money. Commerce is capitalism is so dangerous to art.
Yeah.
It ruins it.
I love that.
It ruins it because we're talking about, and I hate that the audience can't, and it's not their fault. They just can't, because I find myself finding it very difficult to get off the hamster wheel and realize when I'm being manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're creatures of habit. If you keep showing me something over and over and over and over and over again, I can convince myself that I'm choosing to look at it,
Mm-hmm.
that I might like this. And something that I actually like, that I have to make an effort to go search to look at, I don't see it as much. So I may even believe I don't like it as much.
Mm.
I got you.
Interesting.
When that, so independent artists can never do what somebody with a machine can do, because, like, let's say I'm scrolling my phone, right, and I follow this podcast. That's great. But if somebody else have a podcast and it's sponsored by Spotify, it can show up when I'm playing games on my phone. It can show up while I'm watching YouTube.
Yeah.
It can show up while I'm watching TV. It can show, and then I check out the podcast and I'm like, this podcast is cool. And then you find yourself seeing so many of their clips, so many of their things.
They loop you in.
Yeah, they looped you in through an algorithm. You ain't chose this at all.
Yeah.
It's forcing.
Yeah.
And then you ask me, like, oh, what do you watch? And then I answer the question.
Yeah.
But then it isn't until later I'm like, I don't think I've ever chosen to watch that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever, and that's the space that we're in now. So when we're talking about, like, actual skilled comedy and being good at comedy, I don't even, especially now, you can't even count like commercial success or anything like that, because that has more to do with the business deal that you've cut more than anything else.
So people have watched billions of minutes of your content.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think social media has done for Black comedy and Black comedians? How has it changed the game?
There was a time where it felt like it was going to be the next Black comedy boom. Like, whenever Def Jam and Comic View, if it wasn't for Def Jam, we may not have Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, and, guys who came from there. Like, Martin was already on, Eddie Griffin was already on, but there are some people we may have never seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without Comic View, we may have never seen Bruce or Lavelle Crawford in that way.
Yeah.
And I felt like social media was going to do that same thing. But the problem is, once you get too much of a good thing, it becomes bad.
Mm-mm.
You know, like Denzel said, too much water, you can drown.
Yeah.
You know, water's
Inundation.
yeah.
Yeah.
So much. So for me, social media now, it turned from you could find artists, people who really cared about creating something that made you laugh. That people were like, wait, these people are making how much money? What, these people have how many fans? Oh, they get to take pictures and sign autographs. I want to do that.
Yeah.
And they don't care nothing about the comedy.
The craft.
They care
Yeah.
nothing about the craft. It was like, what can I do? People were going into places, knocking stuff off shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
Doing all kind of crazy shit.
Crazy stuff, screaming in
Toxic
stores.
comedy.
Yeah.
That's what I call that.
Not just acting a fool. This is a dude who would go in a store, open up milk, pour it on himself.
Look at me.
Yeah, look. And then I would get I would look and see hundreds of thousands of people following it. And I would be like, and I'm not allowed to call y'all stupid.
Yeah.
Or dumb.
Or dumb. I'm not allowed to call y'all dumb. That's so unfair to me. That's so unfair. That's so unfair to me.
That you're even saying this because Porter and I talk about this all the time. Like, 'cause of course we think our podcast is dope. And it is.
It is.
But at the same time, it's like, because we're looking at who's viewing and all of those kinds of things, all the analytics of what we're doing here. And, sometimes I'm like, man, that was a great interview. Why haven't people got us going on this thing?
It's the algorithm.
And it's the algorithm.
It's the algorithm.
And, sometimes the stars align.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just have to understand that if you're authentic and you're doing great work, you got to just let it be and keep doing what you're doing. And I wanted to end with saying, love your work. Keep doing what you're doing. Beautiful. You smell good today.
Thank you.
And I wanted to tell you congratulations on all of your things. I think you're amazing. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So I have 2 more questions.
Let's do it.
What motivates you now that you've achieved a lot of success? What are you still chasing?
I want my children to be proud of me.
Mm.
Oh God. I want oh God.
It's okay.
Oprah'd me.
Take your time.
Take your time, baby.
I do. I want so much for for when people go, I love your dad, and they know that I did something righteous, right? That I brought joy to people.
Yeah.
And things like that. And they were like, I'm so glad to say that was my dad, not just through how I handled them, but how I affected the world.
Yeah.
And oh man, I want them to be so proud of me.
Oh.
I do. That's a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand y'all.
We love you. We love you.
It's
And
so
as I
important.
get older, look, I can't let nobody else cry by themselves.
Oh, thank you.
Look, I'm gonna start patting myself on the shoulder.
It's so important.
Because
to me.
at the end of the day, that's all we have.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Wanting your family, people you love to.
I do. I want my big cousin to be proud. I want I do.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I do. Cause y'all know my big cousin. I looked up to her so much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make my parents proud.
Yeah.
My dad, whenever he found out people knew about me, and he was just like, "Oh, that's your son." He just was smiling from it. He was like, you doing something great in the world that people feel happy just knowing that he's my dad and being that close in proximity.
Yeah.
So, and oh man, it's just
you got the producers in here sniffling.
It's just we talked about if there was one person that you can talk to or have a conversation with, dead or alive, and I'm like James Baldwin. that he had that effect on me and I wasn't even alive
Yeah.
when he
Right.
was doing what it was that he was doing.
Right.
I want someday for somebody to sit on a platform one day and they're like, dead or alive, who you want to speak to? And it was like, I would have loved to have sat down with Ryan Davis.
Yeah.
Because the way that he thought about things, and he was very thoughtful, and the way that he brought things to light, that would be somebody I'd want to sit down with. And I think that's what I want to do with my legacy. And I think that would make my family proud for people to see me in that light, because I am who I am because of them.
Yeah.
So it's representation of all. How people see me is how they see all of us to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Okay.
that.
And I believe your family is already proud of you. The last question is, this is the Making Black History Today podcast.
Yes.
What does Making Black History Today mean to you?
Making Black History Today is celebrating the fact that we don't run into these things where we're saying first Black anything anymore.
Mhm.
Right? You know, it's wonderful to, like, having the first Black anything is great, and it's, you know, it's considered history. But I think making the idea that we don't do something ancient history is making Black history.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great answer.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for
Thank you.
taking the time to join us on the show. And I'm going to add this in here. Ryan is not from Dallas, and we've had a lot of Dallas people on the show. But if Ryan could live anywhere else other than where he lives, I believe it would be Dallas.
There ain't no I believe. I've said it on several occasions. If I can find a custody situation that works, I'm here. And I just was in Plano last night.
Yeah.
I didn't know Plano looked like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my! I'm definitely moving here. I'm here. Oh, I'm home.
We got a spot for you in South Dallas. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, Ryan. Thank you so much for coming in the studio and joining us today. We really appreciate it. This has been a great conversation. And
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I want to hear your comments. So write us something so we can talk about it.
we'll see y'all in 2 weeks.